these recent times of the pandemic, rise to give thanks to unsung heroes have never been more important. You've got doctors, nurses, security guards, sanitation workers, all of whom which have been working their asses off for the past 2 years and probably haven't slept in that long either. They've literally been the backbone that have been keeping us upright. Now, the same can be said about commercial vehicles, delivering goods, parts, services, personnel to, well, if not restart the economy, to make sure that the world is still turning. These guys are the unsung hero of mobility. Do you need help purchasing your car insurance? Head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph/car-insurance. Here, you can compare prices and customize your insurance coverage from many of the Philippines' top providers. When you've selected the insurance that's best for you, simply fill out the application and complete the transaction with ease through Visa, MasterCard, GCash, GrabPay, or PayPal, and receive your policy within the next business day. Get the best deal on insurance with AutoDeal. Isuzu has a number of these heroes, and today we'll take a quick look at 5 heavy and medium to light vehicles that have been servicing our economy, fleet, logistics, PUV, or otherwise, and are available to continue to do so for current and new clients, as well as small to medium-sized entrepreneurs. Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend I drove this thing. This is the granddaddy of the line, the C and E series, and this is the EXZ, primarily used as a container van, a large container van, dump truck, and a mixer, and every once in a while used by a T1000 to kill John Connor. Come with me if you want to live. The E-Series is powered by a 6-cylinder 9.8-liter Blue Power Turbo Diesel Euro 5 engine that produces 375 horses and an enormous 1,764 Newton-meters of torque, mated to a 16-speed manual transmission, capable of pulling over 35,000 kilograms of weight. With full air brakes aided by ABS, it carries 600 liters of fuel, sits on 295 80 series tires with 22.5-inch rims, carried by a taper leaf suspension above a ground clearance of 265 millimeters. The cab is equipped with power windows, auto door locks, air conditioning, and a 1-DIN head unit. To continue down the C and E series, next we have the CYZ. Now, a perfect example of use for this truck would be to turn it into a drop side truck, which is it carries sand and or gravel, and then the sides kick down, and so it's easier to push all the sand and gravel off. Like if you were to, say, create a man-made beach within inside the metro. The C-Series is powered by a 6-cylinder, 15.7-liter direct injection Blue Power diesel with a VGS turbocharger that produces 414 horses and a whopping 1,863 Newton-meters of torque, mated to a 7-speed manual transmission with a payload capacity of over 23,600 kilograms of weight. Air brakes are equipped with ABS, drinks from a 400-liter fuel tank, rolls on 295 80 series tires with 22.5-inch rims, carried by either a taper leaf or multi-leaf suspension depending on customer requirements, above a ground clearance of 250 millimeters. Driver convenience includes power windows, auto door locks, air conditioning, and a 1-DIN head unit. A bit smaller than the C and E series, next up we have the F series, and this is the FVR. Its main uses would be, well, also a drop side vehicle, but it can also be used as an aluminum container van to carry heavier things, and at the same time put a crane on back there to lift heavy things, like, say, the hopes and dreams of New York City to ever win an NBA championship. The F-Series is powered by a 6-cylinder, 7.8-liter direct injection common rail Blue Power diesel that produces 237 horses and a commanding 706 Newton-meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, with a payload capacity of over 10,965 kilograms. Drum-type air brakes slow it down, draws from a 400-liter fuel tank, struts on 295 80 series tires with 22.5-inch rims, carried by a multi-leaf suspension with a ground clearance of 250 millimeters. Aiding the driver are power windows, auto door locks, a back glass in the cab, and a front underview mirror. Moving on to something a lot smaller but also a lot more familiar to our roads inside the metro is Isuzu's latest product, the NSeries. Now this particular truck is the NSeries Smoother. It's perfect for things like delivering furniture for your home and garden or delivering parts and products for your office. Businesses like Lazada or Shopee would probably use something like this to deliver their products around the greater area of Metro Manila. The beauty about this thing is anybody out there gets it for their own personal uses of their businesses and whatnot. This thing is not only air conditioning, this thing not only supports a radio, but it's also an automatic. Let's go for a spin. I can't believe this. I am driving a truck, a closed container van with ease because it's a matic. Okay, it doesn't shift like an automatic. That's the first thing I gotta tell you. But it does shift like something familiar that you hear, a normal truck. So there's a first gear and then there's a second gear. You feel the shifts going on. It's not exactly going to be a Bentley down the road, right? No, it's not. But with the amount of goods and stuff that you can carry back there, you might be able to make enough money to get yourself a Bentley. It's so easy to drive. And the fact that there's air conditioning in the system, you know what? There should be air conditioning in all of these trucks, I should say. Because, well, they're on the road for the longest time and you're gonna keep them in the heat? My goodness, and they're stuck in that traffic like 24/7. So I think I should create a petition that every single truck out there should have at the very least air conditioning and a radio. And then, just in case you want to get sporty inside a delivery truck, I missed shift! It's a bit bouncy, folks! Oh, that's a big drop. That's a big drop. That's a big drop! Sorry. The new Smoother is powered by a 3-liter 4-cylinder double overhead cam direct injection common rail blue powered diesel that produces 122 horses and 354 Nm of torque, pushed along by a trippy automated manual transmission with a payload capacity of over 2,600 kilograms. Drum-type vacuum brakes bring it to a halt, tucks a 75 fuel tank underneath, and is grounded by 15-inch rims. Oh, and carried by multi-leaf springs. Inside, you'll find a radio with a USB port, power windows, and central door locks, and an option for air conditioning. Now last but certainly not the least, the most recognizable in terms of commercial vehicles inside Metro Manila would be the Isuzu Travis. Now while Filipinos do love dumping anything and everything inside their automobiles, the Travis is built more for, well, as a people mover. Perfect for a school bus or even factory transport, now that the economy is slowly waking up again. The ever-popular Travis is powered by a 2.5-liter double overhead cam common rail direct injection blue-powered Euro 4 diesel that produces 77 horses and 177 Nm of torque, pushed along by a standard 5-speed manual transmission with a payload capacity of over 1,650 kilograms. It's got ventilated discs up front and drum brakes at the rear. Haha! Nice try, buddy. Fool me once, shame on you. Okay, I'm sorry! With a healthy 50-liter fuel tank underneath, going about its business on 14-inch rims, carried by a double wishbone suspension and coils up front, and semi-elliptical leaf springs at the rear. Standard equipment includes a radio with a USB port, a reverse warning buzzer with an option for air conditioning. These 5 models represent just a fraction of the numerous variants available from Isuzu's commercial vehicle lineup. Now, as much as we'd love to be 100% sure, prices and specifications do change, so it's best to check our website for the latest. The more time I spend with these vehicles, the more I really understand that not all heroes wear capes. Well, some of them do.